Hello everyone, this is Dalster and welcome to another Music Topics album review video. In this video's album review, I will be going over the first solo album of Mick Mars, who was the guitarist for Motley Crue. Mick has been with Motley Crue from the very beginning, but left after having issues with the band and his ongoing battle with his health. He sued Motley Crue after he left because the band treated Mick like crap, but has continued to make his own music with a different lineup. The album came out on February 23rd, 2024, and has 10 tracks. The album has Mick on guitar, Paul Taylor on keyboards and guitar, Jacob Bunton on lead vocals and violin, Brian Gamboa on lead vocals for tracks 4 and 8, Ray Luzier on drums, and Chris Collier on bass, as well as being the engineer for the album. Michael Wagner is the producer and engineer too. The name of the album is called The Other Side of Mars. I'll go over each one and rate it from a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest and 10 being the highest. The first track is called Loyal to the Lie. It starts off with some heavy riffs. The lyrics sound aggressive at first. I feel like this song is a dab towards Motley Crue, especially when it says, "Cut me like a dagger." Maybe it's Mick's way of saying how he's better off without them, especially when the lyrics say that he's getting colder and how someone is screwing his mind. The lead vocalist sounds a little grungy. It's okay, so I give it a 7 out of 10. I like how catchy and heavy it is. There are some riffs that remind me of Motley Crue's album Saints of Los Angeles, especially the ending of the song. The song is like a hit or miss, but the lyrics are descriptive though. The second song is called Broken on the Inside. It's intense in the beginning, which I like. You can hear the singer screaming close to the 1 minute mark. This hits harder. This is a song where you can lift your fist in the air as the singer sings pain. The song talks about a woman named Molly who sounds manipulative, as the lyrics say that she will take your money. Maybe it's about drugs, since Molly is a slang word for drugs. Mick did do drugs in the 80s, like a lot of rock stars during those days. I think Broken on the Inside is a song about how drugs can break you down, or it could be about a girl. I give it an 8 out of 10. As it's better than the first and sounds like something I would listen to. The guitar solo in the end could be better. I'm not liking how it gets cut in and out, but it's still a good song. The third song is called Alone. The song starts off with the piano followed by some heavy guitar riffs that remind me of the 80s. I wonder if this is Mick's feelings after leaving Motley Crue, as the lyrics sound so sad. When the song mentions shadow, it could be singing about Mick's arthritis or other health issues he is currently facing. An example would be the lyrics where it says, "My shadow slowly turns to darkness. Try to run, but it's here to take me down, down. And failing fast as my blood drops to the ground." The lyrics also sound as though Mick is taking the blame on himself and how lonely he is and saying goodbye. I like this song a little more as it's sad and reminds me a little of the 80s band music. I give it a 9 out of 10 as it sounds like a song that you can hear in a movie. If I were to put the song in the movie, it would probably be in a John Wick movie or the 90s movie The Crow. Really sad song with a lot of emotion and blame. The piano mixes well throughout the song. The fourth song is called Killing Breed. The small introduction to the song sounds like a cemetery theme, along with heavy guitars coming in. It reminds me a little of Nightmare by Avenged Sevenfold. This sounds like accepting death. Maybe this is Mick's way of accepting his reality due to his condition, as it says throughout the song. So take me, 'cause what remains is barely breathing, and I'm too numb to feel the pain. Take me, my mind is gone, and my heart's defeated, and I have nothing left to bleed. I'm going to add a little psychology in this for a while. But people around their 70s or above are in the final stage of growth development, which is acceptance or denial. Mick is 73 years old, so maybe he's accepting his fate. He seems to be ready for his time. That's what I'm getting throughout the song, by the way. It sounds a little cinematic, but it's an okay song. I give it an 8 out of 10, as it has some great guitar and lyrics throughout it. Maybe I'll add it to my playlist after this. The fifth song is called Memories. I love the slow piano in the beginning. Sounds like Mick lost someone important in his love life. There's a violin in the background. The violin and the piano sound so sad. At the end of the song, it sounds like the vocalist is crying, as this song is very emotional. I think it's about a girl that Mick loved. The song does sound romantic, but with a dark theme to it. The melodies of the piano and violin make it so sad and romantic. When the lyrics mention "I'll never let you go" and "you'll never know how much you mean to me," it just makes you cry a little. I give this song a 9 out of 10 as it's romantic but also very sad. It's like a love tragedy type of song, and I like it actually. I would definitely download it as it's so beautifully written. Imagine losing someone you love while listening to this song. It definitely will hit the emotions. We are halfway to the end of this album, as the sixth song is called Right Side of Wrong. It's very heavy and political. I like the little guitar solo towards the end of the song. The lyrics divide and conquer us all. Yeah, the cities will fall. Let's burn it down. No more believing the lies and keep on selling the dream while they're stealing the green. We're going nowhere. The hate that's building inside, you learned from your parents' eyes. Let's change this somewhere sounds political and relatable because of the people who run the US keep telling us that they will resolve everything, but there has not been much work done actually, in my opinion. Not sure if this is what Mick would have meant, but the song has some strong lyrics. I give it an 8 out of 10 as the lyrics sound powerful with a heavy tone, but it does sound a little generic. The song does have a strong message though. The seventh song is called Ready to Roll. It has a heavy start with drums coming in first. There's an echo at the end of almost each sentence of the song, which makes it heavy and interesting. This song is more rock and roll sounding than the other songs. I'm not a fan of the deep voice that appears briefly as it sounds a little distracting to the song. The part where it says hey makes the song sound better. Lots of guitar throughout the song as well. I give it a 7 out of 10 as it's a song that would be interesting to hear if you are at a rock and roll party. Probably a good song to jam in a barbecue too. Very rock and rollish type of song to party to. The eighth song is called Undone. The vocalist throughout the song sounds a little like the singer of Disturbed in this one. If you read the lyrics, they have a goth sort of tone, such as the pain is flowing through my veins like a knife right through my soul and falling to the darkness. It's a serious song with a hard rock vibe. I give it an 8 out of 10 as the vocalist's range does really well throughout the song and the guitar riffs sound okay. Maybe they should have added more guitar as the song is mostly words and hardly any instruments or any solos. The ninth song is called Ain't Going Back. Seems to be one of the shortest songs in this album. The song starts off with heavy guitar riffs, sounds catchy and rock and rollish, like the seventh song. It is either about Mick having kids with women or getting out of Motley Crue as the lyrics say that they made a deal with the devil. The other lyrics also mention womb, woman, and little babies. It could be either way. I like the sound so I give it a 9 out of 10. Very short but sounds great. Mick probably saved the best songs for last. The 10th and final song is called L.A. Noir. It's mostly instruments, no lyrics. The song starts off with heavy guitar riffs and some drumming. Maybe this is Mick's guitar solo moment. This is reminding me of the 80s guitar sounds. Mick's drummer reminds me of how Tommy Lee would sound on the drums. If you heard Animal in Me by Motley Crue, the drumming on that song is sort of similar to this one. It's an okay song, but I was hoping for a little more guitar riffs. I know David Gilmour from Pink Floyd has solo albums where it's all guitar throughout his albums, but this song is okay. I give it an 8 out of 10 as it gives the feels of the 80s, but I was expecting a little more and a lot less drumming. I do hear a little blues in it as well, since Mick Mars used to listen to the blues back in the day, such as Jeff Beck and Eric Clapton. Mick did the best he could for this song, so I give him an A for effort and a B for presentation. This album was actually good as I listened to all the songs 2 to 3 times. There are some songs that were heavy and sounded more rock and roll as the others were sad but had a dark theme to it. The lead singer Jacob Bunton sounds a little similar to the lead singer of 6am, Nikki Sixx's band. The album made me feel a lot of emotions such as Ready to Roll and Ain't Going Back to almost crying in the song Memories because it sounded really sad. It was not a bad album as most members who do solo albums outside of the band do not always work out at times. Given Mick's condition with his arthritis, he did a really great job with this album. I love the different music styles along with the descriptive lyrics, which to me stood out throughout the entire album. Some of my favorites on this album were Ain't Going Back, Ready to Roll, and Memories. Alone and Broken on the Inside were almost as good as the ones that I have listed. Something to cross off the bucket list for Mick. I hope while Mick is still here we could get another album in the future, but time will tell. I give this album a 7.5 out of 10, but I do think that the lead singer could get better since there were some songs that felt a little flat for me, like the first song, Loyal to the Lie. The music style in this album is great in some parts, but it does seem a little outdated as it reminds me of the styles of the early 2000s, late 90s modern rock music. Great job, Mick Mars. I think he's better off without Motley Crue. But let me know what you guys think of this album. It's definitely worth listening to if you love modern rock or post-grunge music. I'll see you guys in the next video. Comment, like, or subscribe if you want to. Take care of your mental health and everyone around you, and I'll try to do the same too. Bye, guys.